All right, everybody, and welcome to another edition of After Hours with Jon Francois. I'm your host, Jon Francois. Tonight is Sunday, May 6, 2012, and you're listening to 90.1 FM WECS. We are broadcasting from Eastern Connecticut State University in Willimantic, Connecticut. This is not just any edition. This will be the last edition for this spring 2012 semester. So get those chips and dip, and please don't tune in because it's not going to be worth it. No, it's going to be a great show, I promise you. We have a very special guest coming by pretty soon. He goes by the name of Gerald C., and I called him Gerald C. because I don't know how the hell to spell his last name or even pronounce it. I think it's Charieras, Chariuvas. Sounds like some weird tostito or some weird Mexican dish. And if he likes that stuff, then great. We'll eat that and we'll just figure out how to pronounce his name. But bottom line, his first name is Gerald, and he will be coming by later on tonight to chat it up. He is a very talented musician, and for those of you that are very, very loyal to my show, a couple weeks back, and actually not even a couple weeks back, going way, way back to the fall semester, I believe, when I just came here to Eastern, starting everything up, there was this strange lady that called in, and she had really bad reception. She claimed that she was calling in from space, and it was just very confusing, very complicated, very funny, but also very frustrating at the same time because, wow, what woman from space would be calling into a random dimpy college radio station like this? And from then on, she just added me as a friend on Facebook because I told her, please do that because I want to know who the hell you think you are, calling in from space like you're some kind of awesome NASA person. She happened to not be from space. I think she was on something. And for the purposes of this station, since I can't say specifically what she might have been on, I'll just say she was on some apple juice and cement. We'll just say that. So she combined apple juice and cement and made something that is just totally beyond this world. But no, we kept in touch on Facebook, and her brother happens to be a very talented musician. I guess he's touring all over the country. So he's going to be talking it up because she recommended him to me as far as putting your stuff out there. I can't say that I'll do much as far as promotion because I'm on late at night, and like I said, this is a college station. Not many people really seem to care. But hey, I mean, any exposure is good exposure. So Gerald C. will be coming by later on, so please stay tuned for that. Before we move on to more stuff, and boy indeed do we have a lot of stuff to get through tonight, I want to get your guys' opinion on this speech that I wrote up for my speech class. Would be funny if I just said, hey guys, I want to tell you about this speech that I wrote up for my Sex with Horses class. And Patrick Rossetti will back me up on this one. I talked way too much about bestiality. Anyway, so this is a speech that I have to write up for my speech class. It's the final special occasion speech, as the teacher calls it. We have to write up something as if we were presenting it at a special occasion, whether it be a retirement or a birthday party or a graduation party, what have you. And I thought, hey, this should be fun because I like to, do some creative writing here and there. So I decided to write up a speech as if my grandmother died and I was giving a eulogy, to remember her by, as if I was talking to her at, well, not talking to her, but talking about her at the funeral. You know how eulogies go. So I will give you guys some of this speech that I'm planning to present on Tuesday for my final, and give me your honest opinion. I am gathered with you all today to celebrate the life of a very wonderful and blessed woman, my grandmother. I apologize if it sounds like I have only one grandmother, when in fact I have this one on my mom's side and another on my dad's side. I figured it would be strange or awkward if I said, I would like to celebrate the death of a grandmother. It's not like I found this woman dead on the side of the street and felt compelled to randomly give a eulogy on her behalf. This is my grandmother, a Haitian grandmother who has been retired for the 20 years I have known her here in America. She could have taken advantage of this country's economic advantage like my grandfather with his hotel job. Instead, she was courteous enough to stay home and act as babysitter for myself, my sister, and cousins every day after school while our parents were working. What exactly did she do during her babysitter free time, you ask? A kid like myself could only find out through a school suspension for cheating. Back in those days, if you got suspended, you were not allowed to be in school the following day. I was in charge of writing "I will not cheat again" dozens of times under parental discipline, and my grandmother was in charge of keeping an eye on me while continuing with her usual off-duty paradise: cooking, The Price is Right, and Family Matters reruns. I recall not being allowed to watch television at all during that suspension period, and how my grandmother let me watch some despite ratting me out to my parents at the end of the day. If I had to crown the queen of the nightgown-wearing snitches, it would belong to my grandmother. Yes, I know me breaking her window after an indoor kickball home run is not exactly something that can be kept on the down low, but who said she couldn't lie or make excuses on my behalf? She could have said, "Hey, I'm letting animals in to recreate a Disney fairy tale," or, "Hey, I think you see this as a shattered window, but I see it as a window with sexy masculine veins." I mean, I was counting on Grandma to prevent me from being the first child worker in the family, and what did she do? She didn't give a crap and told my parents the truth. She could have played the nice grandma with the cookies and the kisses, but no! Not her. She would play the "no bull, you are responsible for your actions" grandma with the cold noodle soup and the kisses. Let me tell you something about these kisses. I have never met a woman who acts so bitter when you don't give her a greeting kiss at the door. Whenever I arrived at her place with "must watch TV" in my head instead of "must kiss grandma, then must watch TV," she looks at me like someone who's been cursed at and spat upon. Back then, I was intimidated enough to surrender towards the kiss, but now it just amuses me how she could take such a light-hearted action so seriously. That's my grandma for you. I am proud to say that there is no one like her. No one else to put in the time and the effort to cook the same meal for me every day: white rice and black gravy, just because I considered it one of my favorite meals. Hell, when the white rice and black gravy got tiring, she tried to shake things up while keeping the favorite element of the meal intact. For example, brown rice and black gravy, yellow rice and black gravy, and chicken that was just drowned and dripping with black gravy. As you can see, she loved and pleased just as much as she was honest and disciplined. And I have more that I would like to write on that, but I just felt too lazy and tired to do that, because I just spent the whole day looking at porn on my computer. Kidding. I don't know. I just spent the whole day just kind of watching TV and surfing through the computer. So, yeah, I was just kind of like out of it because I was doing nothing important. But yes, that's what I have so far. If you have any opinions, if you think it's too jokey and too immature to be a eulogy, let me know. Please call in 860-456-2164 or facebook.com/JFRA91. That's where you can keep in touch with me on my personal page. And hey, if you want, I can direct you from there to the After Hours with Jon Francois group page, where you can keep in touch with anything as far as me, as far as the show, what have you. Okay? Alright, like I said, we have a great show for tonight. It's great talking fast, right? If I had to marry anybody, it would be the essence of talking fast. We have a great show for you tonight. I have a couple of news stories to get through. Of course, we have our very special guest, Gerald, who is right outside. I don't even know if we can get a shot of this guy right outside, looking good with his nice suit and everything. Well, not really suit, but just an all-black outfit like he's in some dramatic production, which is good because, you know, who likes drama? I do, but not in my personal life, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he's going to come in, and we're going to chat it up a bit. We'll talk about his music later on. So it's going to be great times. But in the meantime, let's do a very special, I would say, tribute to Adam Yauch. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He was the head guy of the popular white rap duo, the Beastie Boys. And I say white rap duo because they were pretty much the first of their kind. I mean, they came out during a time where it was sort of assumed that hip-hop was a black community type of thing, and then the Beastie Boys came in, and they just broke new ground and inspired people like Eminem to come into the game and really break further grounds. So he died, Adam Yauch, leader of the Beach Boys. He died of cancer a couple of days ago. Very sad. He's been fighting it for a while, and I thought the least I could do, just like two other people that came before me on the air, I thought I would play at least a tribute song or two, just to remember him by, so you can see what kind of talent and perseverance this guy had. So we'll get into that, and we'll be right back. When we come back, I will invite Gerald in, and we'll talk it up about a couple of things. So, yeah. Beastie Boys, you gotta fight for your right to party. Right here on After Hours with Jon Francois on 90.1 FM, WECS. Yes, sir.